Uploading files is a common task in almost every web app. But here's the problem. What if the file isn't safe? Malware hidden in a simple PDF or any normally valid file type can sneak in and cause trouble. As developers, we need all the help we can get to protect our platforms and users without building everything from scratch. In this walkthrough, I'll show you how to detect potential threats in uploaded files directly inside Froala Editor. We can do this through FileStack, a complete file management solution, and its workflows, webhooks, and virus detection features. We'll also need to use bScepter as a mock server to see real scan results in action. By the end, you'll know exactly how to test this setup in your own projects. We'll start simple. I already have Froala running on a basic React app. Since our Froala editor's version is higher than 4.3, the FileStack picker is already built into the editor. That means that we don't have to manually get FileStack. You only need an active account with an API key and access to workflows, webhooks, and virus detection. Regarding bScepter, it's a mock API endpoint that we'll use to receive workflow results. In production, you'd point this webhook to your own backend, but for testing, bScepter gives us quick feedback without any setup overhead. Now, let's get to the fun part. First, go to bscepter.com, hover over the Products tab, and select Webhook Testing and Integration. This will generate a new mock endpoint URL to which FileStack can send a request. Initially, there will be nothing here, but when you upload a file later on using the editor, you'll be able to see the request here. Next, we'll set up our webhook. Log into your FileStack account. Under the Configurations tab, select Webhooks. You'll see a list of existing application webhooks, if any. This time, paste the URL from your bScepter endpoint into the input field. At the right side, select Workflow. With this, any request made from your workflow-enabled application will be sent over to your webhook. After setting up the webhook, select the Workflows option from the main menu. Create a new workflow, and you'll see this blank diagram with a few fields. You'll want to edit the workflow name first. This isn't required, but I recommend it just for better organization. Next, under the blank workflow chart, click the plus icon. This will bring up a menu of tasks from which you can choose your workflow items. Head over to the Intelligence tab and look for the virus detection task. Select it, then click Save. Afterwards, you'll still need to add some conditional logic for removing potentially harmful files. Click the plus icon again, and this time, go to the Transform tab and look for the Remove task. Add a new condition, set the path to infected, the condition to EQ or equals, and the value to true. This means that if the file has any malware or viruses, the workflow will remove it from your storage. You can chain other tasks together with this, but for now, we'll stick to just checking for viruses. Notice that we have the workflow ID at the right side of the screen. Click Copy, because we'll need this soon. Now, go to your application. In this case, a standard Froala implementation in React. So you have your imports with the Froala style sheets and scripts, the Froala component with some FileStack options as well, and the FileStack scripts below. What's important here is to replace the FileStack API field with your own, as well as to paste the workflow ID that you copied earlier to the Workflows property within the FileStack options. This will allow your application to use the workflow that we set up earlier. And that's it. Time to test our virus detection feature. Open your application, and you should be able to see the editor instance. You'll notice that the FileStack picker icon is there, so click it. Afterwards, choose a file to upload. In this case, we have an image of some penguins. Once that's done, let's go back to bScepter to check if there were any requests made from FileStack. And there is. Click on the request, tidy it up a little with this pretty print button, and scroll down to the bottom. You'll see the properties infected and infections list under the virus detection task. Since the infected property is false and the infections list is empty, we can be sure that the file doesn't contain any viruses. And that's the full cycle: Froala Editor, the Filestack Picker, and a virus detection workflow with results captured by a webhook. It's a straightforward way to add a serious layer of security without reinventing the wheel. If you want to try it yourself, check out Froala's documentation, spin up a workflow in Filestack, and see results firsthand. I also encourage you to try out the other available tasks in Filestack workflows. For instance, after checking full malware, you can set the workflow to check whether an uploaded message is safe for work or not. We've already covered this in a previous video, so feel free to check that out as well. Thanks for following along, and remember, every secure upload means fewer headaches down the line. I'll see you in the next Froala tutorial. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.